Yo, can we just get onto this thing? Because I've just been listening to Cheeky Sports podcast, and the latest thing I'm hearing, yeah, is that Arsenal Football Club have turned around to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, yo Pierre, and said you can't talk to Troopz. Now, these boys on Cheeky Sport are getting gassed up. The Aubameyang has basically turned around to Arsenal and said, I can talk to whoever I want. Bruv, seriously, do you seriously think that Arsenal have turned around to Aubameyang and said you can't speak to Troopz? Why would they do that? What would that benefit them in any way, shape or form? Surely if they were smart, they'd want Aubameyang to chat to Troopz so that he maybe lightens or eases up on some of the match day criticism that they're getting. Like, it's in their interest for people in the club to sort of have a little bit of influence on some of the people that they're calling the noisemakers. Like, I just don't understand why we're getting gassed up by these stories that are coming out on Twitter. When asked on Cheeky Sport, where did the information come from? What was the response? Oh, it was on Twitter. Yeah, but where from on Twitter? Oh, it was just on Twitter. So apparently, as soon as we put us out a story onto Twitter, it's the God's honest truth. There's no smoke without fire. Well, in the world of social media, there is a lot of smoke without fire. Trust me on that. They can make up all sorts of crap, and people just take it as it is. If you actually look at Pierre's response to it, he said, I've just got off the plane and I've seen this bullshit. Which says to me that no one has actually gone to him and said that you can't speak to people. How are you not reading into that? How are you not actually reading into his message that says, no one has said to me, I cannot speak to anyone. I can speak to whoever I want. That says that no one said anything. So why are we getting gassed up and making up this shit that Arsenal have turned around and said it? It's stupid. The amount of footballers that have gone to the wayside, that have been talents but you couldn't even imagine, that have had friends that may be influencing them in the wrong way, yeah? You think that clubs haven't thought about saying to them footballers, oh, maybe you shouldn't hang around with that friend? No, yeah, and they maybe have. But in this instance, I don't think it's the case. I don't think it's the case. If you look at Troopz' responses, it feels like he knows that it's bullshit. You look at the Aubameyang's response, it feels like he knows it's bullshit. I just think that when you talk about these football clubs, man, they have to be smarter than turning around to a player and saying, oh, we don't think you should talk to him. Like, because in my eyes, if you're turning around here and saying you shouldn't speak to a fan, then you're giving more power to the fan than what you should be letting them think they have. Like, it's dumb. This is common sort of, I don't know, what's the word? Oh, I'm trying to think. It's not common sense because it's a bit smarter than that. But like, if you're giving the power to these influencers, yeah, by making these stories of them, because don't think I haven't noticed that on these other channels, as soon as the Sunday supplement comes out and starts speaking about Arsenal Fan TV, then that's news on online and news in the papers. That other platforms then start speaking about Arsenal Fan TV because that just so happens to be the hot topic at the moment. Now, I rate Simon Jordan. I rate him. I think he's actually got a lot to say. He's got a lot of good points. His breakdowns and insights into football on a chairman level, on a manager level, on a player level is up there. Is second to none, and he's one of the best actually to listen to on TalkSport. But to turn around and put everyone in the same pigeonhole of what you see as these fan media people is a bit it's a bit cheap. It's a bit of a cheap shot, and you're better than that because you, like I said, there's a lot about you, man, and you don't need to start going down the route of talking about IQs and whatnot when you're talking about these fan medias, because at the end of the day, if you think about it on a deeper level, these journalists were initially fans of football, and they've taken their fan media as such, or their love of the game, to a professional level. Yes, some people go through the routes of university. Some people go through the routes of apprentices and work placements. But there's also people that go through the routes of they play football, then they move into this, and they're not doing any courses. They do it through time, effort, working on the job, mistakes, trial and error. So we're all essentially in the same boat, man. So you can turn your nose up to people who have a phone and a view and opinion, but at the end of the day, some of the opinions that we get on here have more weight and have better insight and have factually better than what I hear on the radio or even on TV, because at the end of the day, they're also only opinions as well. So, my final thought on that: teams, papers, TV shows, whatnot. If you really, really want the noise to quieten down, then stop speaking about us. But the more you speak about us, the more people that didn't know about AFTV, didn't know about Troopz, didn't know about this and that and Tom, Dick and Harry, will then go and check us out. So you keep talking about us, you keep bringing us to the forefront and the limelight, and we keep reaping the rewards of it. Because we ain't going away, man. Because as long as there's a camera phone, as long as there's a camera and an ear to listen, we're going to keep talking. So on that note, peace out.